So now we're going to retest. Go and give me a... And we had a knees together. We had a weak left. Look at the feet. And actually your head looks better. So actually that fixed. Let's start with something called the TS line. So from the TS line, maybe you want to zoom in here. We're going to see what Peter has here. So you start, the TS line is going to be kind of like that. And you just bilaterally kind of rotate your fingers and feel for it. And you're really looking for something to jump out of you. You can create pain. Your goal is not to create pain. Tell me if something feels tender, because sometimes they can help you in that. I feel one guy there, but that's all by itself. So I don't think, yeah, that's like pectoral sternal maybe. They say the TS line never lies. There's a bilateral one. So this guy could be glute medius, piriformis. There's a bilateral one. That I think is going to be, that guy would be like a pec clavicular or a diaphragm. Not bad. How's that?
A little tender on the right there.
Yeah. I feel more on one side. So let's review. So one side would be mid-trapezius. Let's see. Hold your arm like this, thumb backwards. Lower trapezius. We'll push this way. Relax. That's okay. I'm going to pull this way. This is just a modified position, not the best way. I'm going to push up, you push down. That seems like it's a little bit weaker. Obviously, we'd have a better power position. Let's try it this one. We'll push this way, you push down. Seems okay. Push this way, you push down. That seems okay. Pec major sternal, I thought I felt on the right only. We'll push this way. And that feels weak. Let's try this side. We'll push this way. And that's okay. I wasn't sure if it was piriformis or diaphragm. Let's try piriformis first. Hold this here. I'll pull out. You pull in popliteus possibly. There's one piriformis. Bring this leg up. Hold your leg in. Okay. This is the supine. Nope. I only find one leg there. Let's do popliteus. Bend this leg here. Hold your foot up. Up and in. I'm going to push down and out. I'm going to, because you got jeans on, more or less feel for it with my fingers. I'm going to push down. I'm going to swing around with your foot like this. Relax. Okay, and you resist. You resist. And that's weak. And I feel it moving there. Put this foot up here. And I'm going to swing your foot like this. You resist. You resist, and it moves there too. So bilateral. So the bilateral muscle weakness we have is popliteus. Piriformis seemed only on one side. one side pec major sternal, one side mid trap. We already found our SCM on one side, and we found our upper trapezius on one side. So someone's keeping notes at this point, right? So bilateral popliteus is going to be what?
Cervical.
Mid-cervical, right? So let's look for the mid-cervicals. Oftentimes for fixations, you'd have someone go face down because you're doing more of a pushing motion like this. But for cervicals, I still like to keep somebody, and I do more of what like a scooping motion for this. So it feels like it gets stuck. T3, T4, T5. Seems like it's less stuck at 6, 7. So maybe 5 still. 4, 3. That's okay too. So 3. So our rule is on the cervical. So if it feels stuck at C3, I'm going to push on the right, push on the left. It feels posterior on the left. It's not moving on the left. Now I'm going to take the spinous and push from left to right. And it moves pretty easy. And I'm pushing from right to left. Doesn't move as easy. So that means it's harder on this side, so it's posterior on this side. It spins easier this side, so that means it's stuck posterior. So it's hard, easy. That's our guideline for giving us a green light for adjusting on this side. That means it's stuck on the posterior side. If it was hard and hard but easy here, then we'd say it's stuck on the anterior side and we'd go to the bottom of the segment. Okay? But it's not. It's hard, it's easy, so that means it's stuck on the posterior side. So what I want to do is stabilize C4 into the fixation complex. So 3, 4. Is it alright if I adjust this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I'm gonna get a TP of C3 and let this relax. And it's going to be more of a straight forward scoop. Okay? So it went real nice. Now let me put a little motion in here. Alright. Let's go back and retest. Bilateral popliteus. Hold this foot here. Go and push in here. Push in here. That's still weak. Try this guy. Go and push here. Push it. That's better. So don't trick yourself here. We still have one side weak. In fact, everything we have so far, other than upper trapezius, is all on the right side with one left upper trapezius. So I want you guys to look at patterns. When we see something like this all one side, but there's one muscle on the other side, usually try to focus on the exception. So I'm going to go to the exception. And you said your left shoulder is kind of bad?
The AC, I think I sprayed that recently.
So what does upper trapezius support? So this is just free thinking off of the schedule here. Upper trapezius inserts along the occipital line here. It goes down the cervicals, inserts into inserts into the front of the clavicle, inserts into the first rib, inserts into the coracoid process. So your upper trapezius is actually a shoulder stabilizer, and you need to look at the clavicle, shoulder, first rib, and cervicals anytime you have a upper trapezius weakness. And you have issues with the shoulder. Something there. So let's do, since it inserts into the occiput, our ocular lock technique. So bring this arm up here. Actually, it might be weak. I'm not sure. The pec major clavicular we didn't test. I'm going to push out. You push in. No, that's okay. So I want you to stick your tongue to the left and tongue to the right. And that's okay. Be careful people don't bend when they do that. I'll follow my finger all the way up here. The bouncing finger. Okay. And so you have a lazy eye in your left eye. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I didn't know that. but now we know. Look up this way. Now we both know. Go and push here. And down here. All the way up here. And down here. Straight left. Okay. So does it sometimes get better? Okay, go and stop.